So I wanted to make this like super accurate to the actual Oscars. So what I did was I went on YouTube and I didn't watch the Oscars last year, so I went on YouTube and I watched the opening of the Oscars from last year, where Neil Patrick Harris basically did this whole Broadway number. And yeah, I'm not doing that. So instead, I just decided to do it my way. Welcome to the first annual, hopefully annual, Shay's Book Cave Bookish Academy Awards. Thank you. If you work in a bookstore, you've surely heard this line a million times. I don't remember the title, I don't remember the author, but I remember that the book is blue. With that being said, here are the nominees for Best Title. The Silence of Six by E.C. Myers. Dream Factory by Brad Barkley and Heather Hepler. Me and Earl and the Dying Girl by Jesse Andrews. My Heart and Other Black Holes by Jasmine Warga. So the winner is My Heart and Other Black Holes by Jasmine Warga. So I chose this book for this category because I just thought the title was kind of funny, especially like with this book being kind of a darker book. Well, not kind of, it is a darker book. It touches on like suicide and death and all that stuff. I just really like the idea of obviously like a heavy title but still kind of like amusing. So that's why I chose this book. They say not to judge a book by its cover, but that's exactly what I'm doing. These are the nominees for Best Book Cover. Fairest by Marissa Meyer. Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton. Ensnared by A.G. Howard. So the winner for this one is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I love this cover. I'm sure you guys already know that by now because I talk about it all the time. And this cover specifically, not the other cover. I do not like the other cover. But this is probably my favorite of all of Throne of Glass series covers. I don't know why, I just love it so much. I love Selena's hair like blowing in the wind, and I love her weapons and like her leather pants, and like I would totally wear this outfit. So this is Best Cover of 2015. Book to movie adaptations have become really popular in the last few years, especially for the young adult genre. Sadly, I only saw 2 last year, so these are the 2 nominees for Best Book to Movie Adaptation. Paper Towns by John Green. The Scorched Trials by James Dashner. And the winner is Paper Towns by John Green. This movie was so great. I actually went and saw it with my dad when it first came out. I think it was like on opening night, and it was so good. I laughed so hard in so many places, and I think they really did a good job at staying true to the book. I think it also helped that John Green was a big part of making the movie. The Scorched Trials, I really liked the movie. I also really liked the book, but I feel like they weren't the same story. Like, they didn't follow the same story, so that is why I picked Paper Towns over The Scorched Trials. Annabeth Chase in The Mark of Athena says, "I'm nobody's sidekick." With that being said, here are the nominees for the Best Female Main Character. Selena Sardothian from the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. Mackenzie Bishop from the Archived trilogy by Victoria Schwab. Cinder from The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. Farah from A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. For this one, I had to choose Selena Sardothian from the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. I love Selena slash Aelin. She is just like, she's very like real in the sense, she's a fictional character. She's real in the sense that she has flaws. Like, she has like things wrong with her. She has like a pretty bad attitude. She's really rash. She doesn't, she's not very good at making decisions. She just does them on a whim. But she is so cool. Like, I love just like her action sequences, and I love like her sass and just the snarkiness that she has. She just seems really real and relatable, and so I really like her. And of course, if I'm mentioning the female characters, I have to mention the boys as well. So these are the nominees for Best Male Main Character. Wade Watts from Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Dean from Sky on Fire by Emmy Laybourne. Callum from Undercurrent by Paul Blackwell. Zach Lightman from Armada by Ernest Cline. And the winner is Wade Watts from Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. So for this one, I just chose the guy that just seemed most like a hero. Like, he's just this like plain old boy who likes playing video games, and I guess it's actually kind of describing Zach Lightman from Armada. But I don't know, I liked his character. I liked his sense of humor and his sarcasm and just like his quick wit and just the things that he was able to pull off in a minute's notice. Like, just getting himself out of really sticky situations, and he was just really smart and like a go-getter and a team player, so I just really liked that about him. So he is my winner for best male main character. We all obsess over the perfect book boyfriends, the kick-butt female characters, the awesome lore, but we forget about the people who actually create these books and create these worlds. I'm talking about the authors. So here are the nominees for Best Author. Sarah J. Maas, A.G. Howard, Victoria Schwab, Ernest Cline. And the winner is Sarah J. Maas. I just absolutely love her writing style and just her brain. Like, she came up with the Throne of Glass series, she came up with A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury, which is coming out in May, and I don't know, it's so amazing, and her writing is just so good, her writing style is so good, and I just love it, so she definitely deserves to be the winner of this category. Everyone knows to have a good story, you have to have that snarky sidekick who just doesn't know when to shut up. So here are the nominees for Best Supporting Character. Morpheus from Unhinged by A.G. Howard. Wesley Ayres from the archived series by Victoria Schwab. Lysandra from Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. Reagan from Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. And the winner is Wesley Ayres from The Archived by Victoria Schwab. I don't know what it is about Wesley. He's just like this charming, funny, like sarcastic guy that I think was like the perfect, I don't know if you call him a sidekick, but just like the perfect like partner for Mackenzie. I just really liked him, and I liked that he wanted to like be the hero, but he also like wasn't like, oh, you're the damsel in distress, so I have to save you. He was just, I don't know, he was heroic, but he was also respectful of the fact that she knew how to kick butt too. It's all been done before. But then again, maybe not. Here are the nominees for Best Original Idea. Dream Factory by Brad Barkley and Heather Hepler. The Archived by Victoria Schwab. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Undercurrent by Paul Blackwell. And the winner is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I loved the idea behind this book. If you don't know, it is about this dystopian future where there's this virtual reality called the Oasis, and it's basically like World of Warcraft and like all like online gaming kind of stuff. And the creator of the Oasis dies, and so he sets up this like scavenger hunt, treasure hunt kind of thing, and whoever wins it gets his fortune basically and gets to rule the Oasis. So it's about this boy just trying to do that, and it was really, really, really cool and a really good idea, and it's not something that I would normally be into, but it was just such a cool idea that I had to pick it up and I had to read it, and I really love this book. With the release of The Hunger Games, Divergent, The Maze Runner, the dystopian, post-apocalyptic genre has really taken off. Some may say it's overstayed its welcome, but I still think there are a few gems out there worth reading. The nominees for Best Dystopian are The Selection by Kiera Cass, Cinder by Marissa Meyer, Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. And the winner is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. Now, this is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles, and I actually really, really liked this one. I know a lot of people don't, but I really, really liked it. I think it has a lot to do with just the writing. It was just really good, really emotional, really heartfelt, and so that is the reason that this was my favorite dystopian book for 2015. Everyone loves the classic boy meets girl story. Here are the nominees for Best Contemporary Book. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. My Heart and Other Black Holes by Jasmine Warga. Me and Earl and the Dying Girl by Jesse Andrews. Dream Factory by Brad Barkley and Heather Hepler. And the winner is Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. I always say this, I loved this book. Like, seriously, it was so, so good. I'm not a huge fan of contemporary unless it's like John Green, and then I love it. But this book was so, so good. It's about a girl named Kath who goes to college for the first time, and it's just about her kind of getting used to college life, and she writes fan fiction, and so she's like doing that, and there's like a guy and there's some romance, and it's just like really sweet and really cute, and it's funny, and this one just like struck a chord because I'm a writer, and so I just had like a really soft spot for this book, and it was just really, really good. While vampires may be on their way out, authors have found other monsters for us to swoon over. Here are the nominees for Best Paranormal Book. Onyx by Jennifer L. Armentrout. The Unbound by Victoria Schwab. The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. Some Quiet Place by Kelsey Sutton. And the winner is Some Quiet Place by Kelsey Sutton. Guys, this book was just like, like so good. It is about this girl who doesn't feel emotions, she sees them like personified. So like fear is a person and like happiness is a person, and it's just like, oh, it's so good. It's like, it's dark and kind of like poetic, and it's just like romantic because the girl has like this thing with fear, and I don't know, it's just so good. I don't even know how I heard about it. I think, and I've had it on my shelf forever, but then I finally read it and it was so good. It was just like the perfect book. It was so good. So good. We all love the classics. Some so much so that we don't want to leave the magical world of fairies and princes, and now we don't have to. Here are the nominees for Best Fairy Tale Retelling. Strands of Bronze and Gold by Jane Nickerson. Ensnared by A.G. Howard. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Cinder by Marissa Meyer. And of course, the winner for this one is Ensnared by A.G. Howard. I love this series so much. I can't even tell you how much I love it. I love it so much. And this was actually the finale in the series, which made me so sad, but it was so good. And it wrapped up just so nicely, and it's like crazy and chaotic, and Wonderland is crazy and chaotic, and it's just so good. I love this book so much. And they actually, A.G. Howard actually came out with like a bind-up of novellas, and I have that. I haven't read it yet, but I need to, but I don't want to, because if I do, it's going to be over, and that'll just make me sad. So I'm holding off for a little while. But I don't know how much longer I can hold off, because her writing is so good. Nothing gets your heart pounding more than a good thriller novel. Here are the nominees for Best Thriller. Undercurrent by Paul Blackwell. Night Film by Marisha Pessl. The Silence of Six by E.C. Myers. And the winner is Night Film by Marisha Pessl. Now this book is not YA, like I thought it was originally, but it's not actually. It's almost more of like an old style, like dreary, ex-detective kind of thriller. This girl who is the daughter of the director of like all these cult classic horror films is found dead, and it's ruled as a suicide, but this like ex-detective or ex-reporter doesn't believe that it was a suicide. So it's just all about him trying to solve this case, and it really gets really weird towards the end. Like really creepy psychological thriller kind of in the end, and I really liked it. And what's also really cool is that inside it has like pages like this, so it's like websites and like documents and stuff, and there's some pages that have this little symbol on them, and there's this app that goes along with it that you can download on your phone, and you can like hear like sound bites and stuff like that. It's just like extra little stuff. You don't have to have it to read the book, but it's just a really cool like extra little thing. So I really like this book, and that is why it won Best Thriller for 2015. As great novelist Stephen King said in his book On Writing, A Memoir of the Craft, books are a uniquely portable magic. Here are the magical nominees for Best Book of 2015. Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. Ensnared by A.G. Howard. The Unbound by Victoria Schwab. And the winner of Best Book of 2015 is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Now I know what you're thinking. Ensnared came out. A.G. Howard's my favorite author, one of them. The Splinter Trilogy is my favorite series. Why didn't Ensnared win? This book is just that good. I don't know how to explain it. I just love this one. I mean, I can't tell you that I'm super into gaming. I can't tell you that I'm super into like sci-fi-ish books, or that I'm into, I don't know, 80s pop culture references, because I'm not. I'm not into any of those things. But this book, for some reason, was so good that it beat out all the rest. I don't know if it was the writing, or if it was the story, or what it was. It was just so good. And so that is why this is my Best Book of 2015. So that concludes our Bookish Academy Awards for 2015. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope to do this again next year. And I also hope that you enjoy the actual Academy Awards. I won't be, because I don't have TV, so I can't watch it. But that's okay. I will find out all about it, I'm sure, as it's going on via Twitter and Facebook and all that. So with that being said, I hope that you guys have a great night. I will see you in my next video. And now I'm going to go eat some food because I'm really hungry. So bye.